All right, we've got a nice looking pro mixed doubles point here. Let's watch it in its entirety. We're going to talk about some of the decision making that goes on during this point.
Let's go! Right point, right now.
All right, on the far side of the court, we've got Callie Smith and Tyson McGuffin. On the near side, we've got Simone Jardim and Ben Johns. You'll see here McGuffin returning and getting to that kitchen line. It is so important to put pressure on your opponents. You should be at the non-volley zone by the time your opponents are hitting their third shot. You can see McGuffin is there. And look how focused both he and Smith look. Look at this intensity here. Love that. Now, wonder why Callie Smith goes down the line here on this volley? Well, let me explain it to you. So as she's getting ready to play this volley, she knows that Ben Johns is straight ahead and that there's some open court, but she's anticipating something here. Watch Johns, specifically watch his right foot here. See him take that little step toward the middle. He is looking to poach right there. And what happens, you see this read and react by Smith. Nicely done. She sees the poach coming, or the potential poach at least. Plays a nice little volley dink down the line to the backhand. Johns can't do too much with it. All right, should you play the ball out of the air as a volley or should you let it bounce? McGuffin's got to make that choice here, and what he does do is he plays that ball as a volley. Now, this ball is low enough, he's not really going to be able to attack with speed, but by hitting the ball out of the air as a volley, you're hitting the ball sooner. That means your opponent's going to have less time to react, and you can see here Johns isn't able to set up the way he would like. He's not right on top of that net. He's got to cross over. He's going to make this shot, but he's not going to do a whole lot of damage with it. So once again, McGuffin has a decision to make here as he's playing this volley dink. Is he going to go down the line? Is he going to go cross court? How do you make that determination? Well, a couple things to consider here. Down the line's a shorter distance and cross court is a longer distance. So cross court, you got more room to work with. You also have a greater margin for error when you go cross court because you're hitting over the lower part of the net versus the higher part of the net. McGuffin, however, decides he's going to play this volley dink down the line, and he doesn't play a great one. Look at Jardim right here. She's able to get this ball pretty high on her forehand, but she can't quite capitalize on it. Now, why is that? Well, you're going to see here that she's a little bit off the line. She's not too tight to it, probably a good 8 inches back, and you're going to see a little bit of a stumble here. She wants to get that ball at its peak, and I think if she was a bit tighter to the line, she'd be able to do that. As it is, she's got to take this little sort of stutter step here. It's not a super balanced shot, but she's so good with her paddle skills. Look at the top spin she puts on this ball, getting that ball up and over the net, dipping down at Smith's feet. Smith is working hard to hang on here and not pop this ball up. All right, we're going to see a little move here by McGuffin. It's really important if you're a doubles player that you know how to relieve pressure, especially when your opponent is really feeling it, or your partner is really feeling it, I should say. Smith here, she just had to receive that tough ball from Jardim, and so notice what McGuffin does. He creeps over to the middle here. He's relieving the pressure. He's making it more appealing to go down the line here. He gets the ball that he wants, plays a nice little block volley back, and at this point, Jardim and Johns really show why they stand out, why they're such a great partnership. Look how close this ball is to both of them. Either person could play that ball. They better be on the money when it comes to communicating who's going to hit that ball and who is going to just back off and let the other player hit it. You see Jardim doesn't even make a move for it. That is a sign of great communication. Now, on the other side of the court, the communication has to happen as well from Smith and McGuffin. They don't play a ton of pickleball together, so you don't expect their communication to be as great, and they pay a price for it here. You can see this ball is right between the two of them, almost a mirror reflection of what we saw a moment ago with Johns and Jardim, and they sort of get their signals crossed. McGuffin flails at the ball. You can see he's disappointed with that after the fact. Take a listen here to Simone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
This is one of the things I love about pro pickleball is how fired up people get, how intense it is, how much they care about performing out there. And I really appreciate Callie Smith here, class act, giving that ball back. Look, she's disappointed. She's upset that they lost that rally. But look how she just sort of calmly rolls it right back to Simone. No big deal. Let's not make it more dramatic than it needs to be. That's how we want to see it. Let's look at this point one more time. 4 of the best pickleball players out there these days. I love watching all of them. Hope you like it too.